Hi Libra, welcome to Mama Star X channel and welcome to your tarot reading. So Libra, it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Just try not to force it. I also leave the readings open. So based on synchronicity, you can hear the messages that are provided here and benefit from them. All right, Libra. So, in the heart of your reading, I see the magician here representing you. I haven't seen this many major arcanas in a reading like I'm seeing here now. It's just amazing. So, in your heart, you have the magician. In your mind, you have the hermit. Okay? And in your desires, you have the Queen of Pentacles. The energy that you left behind is the Strength card, another major arcana. It's just amazing. And what's crossing you or possibly blocking you is the High Priestess. See what I mean? Unbelievable. Okay? Your person, on the other hand, in their heart, they come with the Queen of Pentacles. In their mind, they come with the Hangman. And in their desires, they come with the Five of Cups. Okay? Their blockage is the Queen of Swords. So let's tie this together. So Spirit is saying that right now, you're being affected by the House of Scorpio, which represents change and transformation. And we're talking about major transformation. Now, we have to keep in mind that our collective is going through a major transformation right now. And it's been doing that for a while. And I'm sure some of you already know this. So a lot of what happens in our daily life, especially when we have experiences that are challenging, these are the experiences that are helping us learn something that we need to in order to grow and expand and evolve. Okay? So you're being affected by this house. And right now, astrologically, we have this event that is taking place where Pluto, the planet that rules Scorpio, is coming back on the 22nd of February to Capricorn. And it has taken Pluto 248 years to come back to Capricorn, which was the first house that Pluto started back then in this journey. And at the same time, that's the same time that United States was created or came to be United States. So I made a video where I talk about these frequencies. So if you want to hear about them, you can, listen to them. But the important thing right now is to know that Pluto is coming back and is affecting us. It's helping us purify. And in this particular situation that you're having with this person, I can see that whatever is happening between the two of you, both of you need to cleanse and detoxify from a lot of those belief systems that are no longer supporting you. I don't know exactly what happened here, but I see two people that want the same thing, but yet the way they're going about it is different. I see two people that are having a difficult time getting it together because of their ego. And that ego may come from a place of insecurities, hurt, pain, from past traumas, past experiences where you haven't been able to transcend them in a way that liberates you from all of those painful emotions. You understand what I'm saying? So Scorpio here is saying, you guys need to purify yourself. And I feel like there is a separation here. You guys are not talking right now. And you may think it's because of whatever is going on between the two of you, but Spirit here is saying that the universe has put you both in isolation, in separation, and that both of you need to work within yourselves and start facing some of your own insecurities. It's funny that, in the recent past, Libra, you have the Strength card, your person, the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like, there's been this back and forth between the two of you trying to figure out what to do with each other. And it seems like you struggle getting in the same page. Like maybe emotionally, mentally, you have moments that you can, but when it comes in the world of actions, you guys struggle. And now there's all of these emotions of doubts, fears, insecurities, and then the ego, right? Which is the mechanism we use to protect ourselves, to feel protected, to not feel vulnerable. So we close ourselves up. And then we have to pay attention how we're feeling, because a lot of times when we're closed up and our expectations are not being met, our tendency is to harness anger, resentment, disappointments, right? It's all because we feel disappointed, we feel hurt, we felt vulnerable. And this may not be your first experience. You might have had situations like this before. So now that's not really helping you either, because you have a history where this happened to you before. And here's where Spirit says, well, if for whatever reason, whatever is happening to you right now is happened to you before, and then there is a repetition factor here. And here's where you got to start asking yourself, what am I doing? How am I doing it? What are the emotions that I am nurturing here? Because a lot of times we tend to project our shame, disappointments to other people and blame those people for the lack of joy or, how miserable we're feeling. But we don't stop to think, well, how did I contribute to that situation? What are the fears that I felt in that moment that made me choose that path? So I feel like this is what the universe wants you to do right now. Of course, in the way you do it, that process, in the way you process that is up to you, but something needs to be purified. In the heart of the reading, you have the Magician, and your person is this Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like in the heart, you want to magnetize this person. But at the same time, you have this feeling that, I think it's about time where I get to attract somebody who has it together at all levels. I want to find the right person, somebody who can see me, who can support me, who is emotionally available, who can be there for me, not only in the good times, but in the bad times, somebody who's financially secure. And if this person is not secure, at least help each other out to find that level of security, right? That's what the Queen of Pentacles, represents. We want it all. And although there are certain things that we've done, we have certain accomplishments, there's still room for more. But, in the head, you have the Hermit and your person has the Hang mode. This is the head right here. And you're looking at the past, waiting, hoping, trying to find clarity. And the energy that is crossing this situation, that could be a blockage, or it could just be, I don't know, what's helping you is the High Priestess. For you, is the High Priestess. So maybe you're waiting for your instincts to tell you what to do. Your person is the Queen of Swords. So your person is about finding more clarity. Yeah, this person wants more clarity. And I feel like maybe they may be telling themselves, you know what, this is not working. Maybe it's time for me to move forward, move on. So there is some of that. It does not mean that this person does not want to talk and be able to work it out, but I feel like there is an expectation here where you need to either demonstrate a change or take an initiative because it's your turn. It could be some of that. I also feel like, yeah, when it comes to this person's desire, they are not very optimistic in this situation. So there could be a lot of projection back and forth from both of you. And this is why the universe is putting a pause here and is saying, no, yeah, this relationship can stand the test of time, but right now, these two people need to have patience because everything will unfold in divine timing. And right now, that timing is not here. At least the cards say that are not here. Because there is one of you that is not available to give what the other person deserves. And we can say it that way, or we can say that the two of you are not a match in the frequencies that you are nurturing inside yourself. And that's the interesting thing, that you can both want the same thing, but if you are not nurturing what you want in the same manner, you're not a frequency match to attract each other. And it doesn't matter how much you change and how hard you work in trying to prove the other person how you feel about them. And this is what sometimes we forget. We compromise our integrity trying to please other people, thinking that those people are going to appreciate the change we made, or they're going to appreciate us altogether. But what we don't understand, that frequencies, what you nurture inside yourself, creates an energy field. And that energy field is what attracts all of your opportunities and all the people that come into your life. There's many powerful cards here on the table. You're powerful, Libra. You have an incredible ability to attract and materialize the things you want, but I see that you need this break. I also see that in the near future, you're going to start trying to strategize how to handle this situation. And I don't know, but I don't necessarily feel it's going to work out for you in that way. Trying to manipulate the situation, it's not going to work out. As a matter of fact, it's going to feel like a power struggle. But eventually things are going to change. You're going to notice that, yeah, trying to, maybe with the King of Swords here, could be talking about taking an initiative maybe and wanting to talk. This person here comes with the Three of Cups and the King of Cups. And we have a couple here, Queen and King. We have a couple having a conversation. I feel like your person is thinking, if we can only talk and be honest with each other and tell each other the truth. And to some degree, I see your person waiting to make a decision. On the other hand, you show up as the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, in this particular deck, I feel like he can become a little bit manipulative, because it's trying to use a strategy that may not work. Here in the actions, it shows me that with the Five of Rods. That, yeah, you're going to play around with those ideas, but it's going to create more confusion for you. And then your person, they come with the Magician. So at the end, you come across with the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit says things are going to get better and things are going to change. The question is, in what way? Because if you didn't get the lesson this time around that you needed to get for you to change your attitude and your perspectives, right? Because again, you got to ask yourself, has this situation been repeating in my life again and again? And if it hasn't, not a problem. It's just a matter of going through the lesson and understanding what the lesson is about. I mean, being the Hermit here in your mind and having the High Priest as the crossing energy, I would have to say that you're definitely working on yourself. You've been working on yourself enough to know what you want, right? Queen of Pentacles and your desires. So yeah, you know what you want. Yeah, and the fact that there's all of these major arcana, so you definitely know what you want. I mean, it's quite impressive. But again, there's always going to be a test where our knowledge and capabilities are going to be challenged. And I can see that here. Eventually you definitely move away from a lot of the, maybe emotional discomfort that you are having right now. But it seems like you can handle it pretty well. Whatever you're doing, you're handling the emotions because you're more focused on manifestations than, working out the other details. I mean, I see somebody here who's definitely using their power in a very interesting way. But in the near future, you have the Six of Swords. So it tells me that, yes, there are some emotional discomfort in this situation. You may not be showing it, but it's here. What's helping you is the work that you're doing to find the clarity, okay? Your person, on the other hand, I feel like they are also doing their thing, and I feel like they're moving more ahead, like they're looking ahead and not spending a lot of time trying to figure this out. However, I feel like they will get to that point, Libra, where it's going to catch up to them. So maybe someone it's trying to stay busy or distracted with the future, not taking into consideration what they're feeling right now, and eventually it's going to catch up to them. And that's another defense mechanism, right? The ego, I'm talking Spanglish here. The ego will force you to, distract yourself with things that may not necessarily be helpful, but is to keep the operating systems functioning without, malfunctioning. Because when we have stress, no matter how minor or insignificant it is, it stresses all the different operating systems that we have to use in order to be here. So the mind has the capacity to make you feel, make you think that things are fine with your body when they're really not fine. It will zone out and keep all the discomfort of the, physical body in the background so that you get involved with things that eventually will calm you down. And that's the moment where sometimes we end up believing stories that are not really true and getting in trouble. And that's the thing, a lot of times we don't understand how our different mechanisms, or operating systems work. And it's not until we get more conscientious about, that information that we are not really understanding why sometimes we feel the way we do. Because, something that started as magical and turns into a nightmare has a lot to do with your insecurities, your stress, your lack of awareness, your lack of knowledge about you and who you are as a spiritual being. And we don't have that as a priority. It's not a priority to many of us, not everybody, but a big percentage of the people here on earth, it's not a priority to know what this is about. I mean, we know the physical perspective, but the spiritual, we've lost that knowledge. But now that's changing, so you can change that. And I feel like you're doing some of that. So maybe an aspect of this cycle is a situation that is going to push you a little bit harder to search and seek for the knowledge that will release you from all the emotional baggage that you bring. And once that's clear, and then you're going to have a better opportunity to decide and determine whether this situation is healthy enough for you to do what you need to do and have an agreement with this person. So I feel like by the end of the month, the energies are going to feel a little bit better, especially because we're going to have a moon. Right now the moon is in Cancer, but we're going to have a full moon in Leo, and that's a lot of fire. And if you're not in a place of emotional ease, that fire can be trouble for all of us. But then again, you have to look at your astrological chart. Everybody's different. But there's plenty of information out there that people are talking about it, especially for the signs, so you could have a better idea. And everything that can help you to understand how the celestial forces are impacting our emotional life is going to be useful. I always say that is going to be very useful. So anyways, I just would like to say that, look, as far as the numbers goes, you have a message here from the Enchanted Map that I feel like it's a really beautiful message. It comes with the number 52 and basically reminds you that, be aware, because the people that are coming into your life are there to help you with your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best of you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be aware and awake, and you will recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. So exactly, you are going through a shift here where you need to purify it and become better, a better version of who you are. We are all doing that. But in all the readings that I've done, Libra, you're the one who's being, invited to do this change in isolation. It doesn't have to be long term, but you're basically in standby. That's how I feel like the universe has put you in standby. I know that message is not going to be for everybody, but for those of you who needs to know that, you will know it. I'm going to end with the numbers for those of you who likes to play lottery. So you have the 8. Also, the numbers, I use them to tell the houses that come out, which could very well be the people that you'll be dealing with. I feel like you have a strong influence with Scorpio, a water sign. But it also comes out Libra with the 52-7. It also comes out 24, which is 6. And 6 is Virgo. You have 3, which is Géminis. You have 8, Scorpio. And then you have 11, which is Aquarius, and 2, Taurus. All right. So those are all the signs that came out and all the houses that are participating in this particular reading. So as you can see, there's a lot of energy here, Libra, but I can see how you will be fine by the end of this cycle. It's just a matter of owning and being honest and authentic with yourself. So thank you so much, Libra. I wish you the best of luck. Until next time.